Hello and welcome back to Ask 9 here in our streaming studio. I'm Becky Phelps.
And I'm Joe Winters. Glad to be back here for yet another exciting streaming show.
Yes, Ask 9 First Alert Day edition. When we have serious weather coming through, we like to devote all of our streaming resources to giving you the best and latest information about what to expect. So,
what do you expect? From what you've heard the past several days, what do you expect the next couple of days?
To be freezing my butt off, Joe.
You have hit it on the nail on the head.
Okay.
I mean, that pretty much sums it up. And the thing about this is we haven't seen this cold yet for this period of time this
Sorry
year.
about
No, that's right. This time of the year. We haven't seen it this season, right? Every year we get a cold pocket of air at some point in time. This happens to be the coldest that we've seen, and it is dangerously cold at times, and that's why, of course, we have our first alert days out.
I have been seeing like negative double-digit wind chills.
Yeah, the coldest wind chill I think I remember since I've been here was about 52 to 55 below. We're not quite that cold, but we're getting down minus 30 or minus 40 below.
Okay. Could be worse, guys. Could be worse.
Our record low in Cedar Rapids, I think, is 29 below. We're not going to be quite to that, but we are going to be down close to 20 below for the air temperature. So again, cold, yes.
Wow.
Not as cold as we've been, but dangerously cold. So you do have to take it seriously.
Okay, so we've got a first alert day that we are looking at here.
Yeah, we like to issue those when in advance we can let you know that something of more significance is going to happen. So that's why it's out now. We had it out earlier, of course, this week for the snow and the wind that we saw and the blizzard conditions just 24 hours ago. Now our first alert day starts at midnight tonight, goes all the way through Friday into Saturday morning around the noon hour. The biggest reason this is in effect, of course, is the cold that we're talking about. Not only the air temperatures, but the dangerous wind chills as well, which will get down below minus 30 for a long period of time. And with that, if you have to be outside, some people have to, you certainly have to take it seriously because frostbite can occur in as little as 10 minutes. Here, let's just give you the forecast and show you how cold it will get.
Brace yourselves.
So we're just going to look ahead, wind chill, Thursday afternoon, so 6 o'clock tonight.
Okay.
We're averaging 0. No, we already have Charles City that's down near about minus 20. So some spots have already dropped down a bit.
But the average
Is 0.
a nice 0 degrees.
So by 8 o'clock tonight, about 10 below. By 10 o'clock tonight, down to 20 below. And by midnight, we're already 25 below or colder. From that period of time of midnight all the way through noon tomorrow, we're going to stay right around minus 30 to minus 40. And you do see a couple of numbers out there. 6 a.m., 8 a.m., minus 39. That could easily be minus 42, minus 41. Either way, cold. That's why you're seeing all the cancellations that you've seen.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Some schools totally canceling schools. Some schools doing a virtual learning day, which is pretty recent. Since that's like a since the COVID pandemic thing.
That'd be a big disappointment for me because you get a snow day, or in this case, a cold day. And you still have to go to school. I'm all for a good snow day.
From my understanding, don't quote me on this, but it seems to be like extra homework basically for the kids.
Some of them, they'll have to actually get online and actually be a part of something too. It's not just getting home and getting it all done. They actually have to be there for periods of time too, which I guess is good because then you can get the days in. You don't have to think of making them up when it warms up and things like that. But boy,
that's true.
I would miss a good snow day.
And a snow day is maybe different than
it
is bitterly cold outside. You know, I don't think the kids are going to be running around having a great time on the hills tomorrow. At least I hope they're not. Let's all stay inside, please.
Well, and that's what you want to do because we do have an extreme cold warning that's in effect for that period of time. This covers not only eastern Iowa, it covers most of the state, a good share of northern central areas of Illinois, all Wisconsin, all of Minnesota as well. That's where we continue to see the wind chills that are down that low. And even though the wind chills are going to go up a bit, by noon Friday, we're looking at about 25 below. We switch this. Now, really, this is more, it's more semantics. It's going to be an extreme or a cold weather advisory that will go into effect at noon, and that will continue until noon Saturday. During that time, 15 to 25 below wind chills. So still equally as cold. You're going to freeze outside if you do that, a little longer on the frostbite, but either way it's still cold. So just a couple of different advisories for us to think about.
I have a question about
Sure.
this. If frostbite as little as 10 minutes, is that to like bare skin? How do they know that?
Well, as far as frostbite and things, that all has to do with bare skin, so exposed skin. Now, wind chill, which it is, now this is interesting.
Okay.
What is wind chill based on, right? There's if you want to Google it, there's a great formula out there. And
I
I
have
know
a
how
feeling
math you are.
You are going to help explain wind chill better than Google is.
Well, I'm not going to take a look at the formula because but just what it's based on, because it's kind of interesting taking a look. I had my daughter ask this question. She said, what is it based on? What's happening? Well, it's based on the typical height of an adult human face, which happens to be 5 feet. So 5 feet is the typical adult human face.
That's surprising to me. Alrighty.
And that's where this is calculated at. They do use a human face model when they develop the equation for wind chill. And, go ahead.
What does the height have to do with it?
Well, different heights, right? So the wind is normally measured much higher up. So they're measuring it at an average height, the wind at that height, and they're using that for the face. So if the face is up at higher elevations, it could be colder. That's kind of the temperature as well. It also uses a consistent standard for skin tissue resistance.
Skin tissue resistance.
So resistance to cold or resistance to the moisture moving away. Think of when you take a bath or a shower.
Okay.
And you go outside of the bath or the shower. You feel colder, right?
Okay.
Because the
Yes.
moisture is coming off your skin resistance. That's one of the things that they use too when they develop this formula for wind chill. So it's based on a lot of science as well, how those temperatures are calculated. It's not just, yeah, it's really cold, it feels like minus 40. There's a lot of science with it too.
So they try to predict exactly when the wind is like going to hit your face, how cold that's
At
gonna
5
be?
feet on your face, if it was exposed, right? If you didn't have something covering your face.
my gosh.
And it also assumes no impact from the sun. Now that can change things. You can change your attitude, certainly.
Today
Oh.
was sunny downtown Cedar Rapids, and I got asked when I came back into work today, is it real bad out there yet? And I thought, it's actually pretty great. It's really sunny outside. Feels warmer.
Yeah, and the sunshine as well. I mean, attitude-wise, you can tell in the newsroom. Much better attitude when it's sunny outside than it's cloudy.
Yes, you can. We're a hive mind.
But there's no sun influence, so that could influence too how people might feel a little bit based on the sunshine that's out there as well when it comes to wind chill.
That's so interesting.
And again, you want to see the formula, just Google it. It's a math formula. You can fill in numbers and figure out the wind chill, or just look at a chart, or download your First Alert Weather app, because we certainly tell you exactly what the wind chill is. Now, how does it work, okay?
A model of an average adult human face.
At 5 feet.
At 5 feet.
We were debating.
I'm feeling much more average than I usually do.
We said that kind of looks like Jim in silhouette. Yes?
You know what?
Average 5 feet? I mean, it kind of fits.
That's basically Jim.
You know, it really is.
Especially the yellow aura that he gives off.
He does. Well, that's the layer of warmth around your body. Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is the layer of warmth.
That was
not
the joy reading.
It's not Jim's aura. It's the layer of warmth around your body. Everybody has that. The closer you get to your body, and that's why we talked about when that layer of warmth moves away, in the event of some moisture leaving your body, it can feel a bit colder. Well, when the wind hits that layer, it tends to push it away, and that's when wind chill occurs. So it's an apparent temperature, right? It's not going to be minus 40 on the thermometer, but it could feel that way. And when the temperatures are low enough, it can cause frostbite because that warm layer of air leaves where you are, and you feel much colder.
Fascinating.
And again, there's the thing it's based on, that 5 foot height of a human face.
Okay, that is interesting. How I feel like it would be so difficult to measure the skin tissue resistance, whatever the consistency of that is. I just think about, I feel like I'm always complaining of being much colder than my friends are. So that's got to differ for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it is. And again, it's an apparent temperature, right? Not everybody's going to feel exactly the same, but it certainly gives you a good indication of what it could be like in the extreme cases. So you don't want to go outside without hat. You don't want to go outside without gloves. If you're going to be outside tomorrow, face covering is going to be important as well. So you just prepare for it if you have. There are people that have to be out. There will be construction workers that have to be out. There'll be firefighters that have to be out. Things happen and you have to be outside. If you do, you just have to prepare for the cold, and don't stay out in as long as you need to, or as long as you need to, but not any longer. Get inside and warm yourself up.
Absolutely. You know, we do a lot of like live shots here in the newsroom, and we have policies when it's too cold outside. We don't send people out because we have the experts here telling us how dangerous it can be.
Oh yeah, the email came out. I saw the email come out
Yes.
and asking about saying, nope, let's cancel the live shots right now until it gets a little bit warmer.
Better to be safe for sure.
And speaking of safety, here's more safety tips. When we have some very cold conditions around, you want to remember that, again, we talked about dressing for conditions and limiting time outdoors. Check on others. Make sure they're doing all right. With temperatures this cold, there will also be some icy areas you might not expect. The roads can get polished very easily in this cold air, and watch out for that. In addition, make sure that you are checking your furnace. We had furnace stories on tonight. The fact that hopefully it's going to work for you. Some people, that can be a time when the furnace is taxed more, that it may not work quite as well. So make sure you always check on that. Chimneys, don't want that plugged if you're going to be using a fireplace. CO2 detector, always important in the winter to check on. And of course, insulated pipes are important because as it gets this cold, 15, 20 below, we're talking about pipes that have the potential for freezing. As far as your car, tomorrow morning, weak batteries are going to have a problem. Do you have a new battery in your car?
I have a fairly new battery in my car,
Okay.
which I'm very, very grateful for because this is not the kind of weather that you want to be stuck in. That last check mark, blanket in the trunk. We're a big blanket in the trunk family.
Are you?
I have 3.
3.
Yes.
You are well prepared.
I'm terrified.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Good to be prepared. That's good. Jumper cables or those little packs they have now, which are great to jump your car if your battery will allow that. And I bet half the cars tomorrow morning will see that little tire pressure gauge go on.
Yes.
Because now you see that, the tire pressure gauge, low tire pressure. When you have the coldest of the air, it can leak, just a small little leak, cause that to happen, and your pressure changes when it gets this cold. So don't be alarmed, but again, check the pressure in the tires, make sure it's all right. It may be just fine, but you are going to lose a little air because of the cold.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't be afraid to phone a friend if anything happens. I saw 2 cars getting jumped today on my way back from lunch. So it is already happening. So just keep an eye, maybe if you have to go somewhere, get out a little early, make sure if you're going to have a problem, you know how to handle it.
Yeah, I had a friend on Wednesday. We went out in the morning to do some things, and all of a sudden got to the cars, and he said, just wait, I don't know if my car is going to start. It did. Took a little while, but it did, just in case you had to help jump a car too.
Yes,
So again,
yeah.
if you're going to use jumper cables, know what you're doing and how to do it, because you can do that wrong. The little battery packs that you can get, those are pretty simple to connect to and let your battery charge if you need that. Also, of course, let's not forget our pets. They will be affected by wind chill just as much as we are. Inside would be best if you can do that. You have outside shelter. Certainly that would be preferred inside a shelter, not just outside. Of course, fresh water is important because the water will freeze with temperatures this cold if they are outdoors. And of course, any salt on the paws anytime during the winter season, make sure you get that off. That's not good for your pets as well. But they will be affected by the wind chill just as much. So yeah, they got to go outdoors to do their business, but get them out, get them in. Only certain dogs are built for very, very cold weather, and many of them aren't, especially the small dogs. In, out quickly because they can get frostbite just like we can.
If your dog is amenable to having little booties placed on them or a sweater, might be a good time to bundle them up a little bit.
That would be one thing. Now, have you heard and seen the big thing that's going around the internet right now?
Exploding trees.
Yeah.
I saw in the last half an hour sitting at my desk, I think I saw 5 or 6 Facebook posts about it. Mostly people trying to debunk this.
Good.
Okay.
This
is a myth?
The trees are not going to explode.
The trees are not going to violently explode.
They're
Okay.
not.
One thing off my plate.
Now, the one thing the trees do, and we'll go to the house in just a second, the reason the trees and people think, oh my gosh, I'm hearing all these sounds, is that the sap in the trees, when it cools very quickly, and this I got from the Wisconsin DNR,
Okay.
the sap can cool very quickly and it expands. As it does, it cracks inside the tree. That crack that you're hearing is not the tree exploding, boom. No, it's the tree just cracking to allow a little more room for that sap. Much like sometimes you can hear your house popping when it gets very, very cold. Same thing. Let's take a look. This could happen tonight as well when it gets very, very cold. Sometimes you just hear that popping. Well, air temperatures drop, it becomes drier. I think you can tell me the air is really dry.
I love these animations. I love these.
You know, pop, snap, crackle.
Book. Yeah.
The materials in the house contract as they adjust to that really dry air, right? Well, when that happens, guess what? Well, guess what? They can make the sounds and they can pop as well. So you may hear some house popping. It's normal. It happens. But when it gets this cold, it can be pretty loud, but you can hear that too from some of the wood inside the house. That would be similar in ways to the sap inside the trees, causing the trees to have to expand a little bit.
Okay, so your home is not going to explode.
Home's not going to explode.
And the trees are not going to explode.
Trees are not going to explode. You're going to be safe.
You're going to be okay.
Yes.
I can attest to this dry air. I got my first bloody nose of the season.
That's
this week.
Oh yeah. Chapped lips, very easy.
It is. It is rough out there.
Does your hair kind of go in the dry air too? Does it just kind of?
No, my hair is way more affected by like bad humidity.
Really?
I have naturally very curly hair.
I thought maybe it would just kind of go.
We'll see tomorrow.
We'll find out.
We'll find out
when it's that
extreme
cold.
Temperatures, extreme hair.
Tune into Ask 9 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We'll see what it's like.
I'll run outside really quick. I probably won't.
You may have seen that we also have a major storm down to the south. So people that are traveling, and I'll tell you how it's going to affect Iowa in just a second. If you're going through major hubs as far as air travel or thinking of going south, boy, you've really got to watch the next couple of days because this is going to be a storm to watch.
Even driving?
Absolutely. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about much effect here in Iowa. But you look at that. That's winter storm warnings from New Mexico all the way up across Kentucky into areas of Tennessee. That would be for snow as well as ice. They will get significant icing in some spots. In fact, let's just take a look at the winter severity index. It just shows you that's where they're expecting that storm in red to be major, most severe. So that's southern Missouri.
That's hard to get around.
Arkansas. Yeah, movement will be very, very difficult starting tomorrow for a period of time through the upcoming weekend just in that area. Now in eastern Iowa, you notice a little bit of an effect, but very limited, and you notice where it is. It's south. So south of 80, possibly south of Highway 34, which moves it well down across southern Iowa. But here comes that storm. And again, it's going to be a mess. You can watch it just start to develop as we head through the evening hours tomorrow. And then as we work into Saturday and Sunday, notice that purple color in Texas, Oklahoma, back into Arkansas, as well as areas of Alabama and Mississippi. That could be ice, sleet. To the north of that, some very heavy snow, so there'll be a sharp cutoff. That'll move into Kentucky, areas of South Carolina and North Carolina. Could be some severe weather down toward the south along the Gulf Coast, and then it moves up the East Coast as we head into Sunday as well. So significant air travel disruptions, significant travel disruptions any way you slice it. And if you look at the just potential snowfall across the area, you do see a thin slice of snow possible across portions of eastern Iowa with the main snow accumulations, areas of Kansas, all the way back through Illinois, up into areas of New York and Pennsylvania. So what is affecting us here, generally right now as the storm is moving, and we'll continue to watch it certainly, would be south of Interstate 80 and just some lighter snows. As we know, that can cause slick travel, but nothing like they're going to see here. Power outages with the ice that can cause trees to come down, not explode, but to come down. Power lines can snap. There could be a lot of damage in many places from this storm. Not here in Iowa.
That is really, there's not even like a place to cut through that. If a lot of people right now might be trying to head south for the winter. We have a lot of snowbirds here. I don't know if this is the weekend to do it.
No. If you're traveling, you really have to pay attention, and you're not going to want to go south or east, at least through Sunday afternoon, based on how it looks like things are going to move.
Okay, but here in eastern Iowa, mostly that wind, that bitter cold.
It is. It's all about the cold. That's really what we are contending with. We don't have much snow to worry about. If it does, it's kind of after the strongest or coldest of the winds. Again, our first alert day is out for Friday, starting at midnight, so not far from right now, all the way through Saturday morning. And that's when the coldest of the wind chills will be with us. And again, we're looking at dangerous wind chills below -30. This graphic's still just really shows it the best. There's your forecast for wind chills. Near minus 30 starting at midnight all the way through noon. So that 12-hour period of time, that encompasses tomorrow morning. Don't have to be outside. Best advice is not to be. But even in the afternoon, when you have Ask 9 tomorrow, you're still going to be talking about wind chills down about 20, 25 below, lasting into Saturday morning, probably 15 to 25 below as well. Yes, not quite as cold, but still cold enough.
When the high is 0 on that chart, we're in for a rough time, I think.
Well, let's see. In fact, our highs tomorrow. Let me see if I can pull that up. These are well. Here's our lows for tonight. So lows tonight. These are air temperatures, right?
Okay.
So we're going to see lows of 12 to almost 20 below.
Oh, so this is without the wind chill?
That's your air temperature.
This is without the wind chill. We're going to get down to negative 16 degrees tonight.
Here in Cedar Rapids, it's exactly where we're going to be at.
Crank your heaters, guys.
Coldest that we've seen thus far through the winter season. And then tomorrow, here's your highs. Air temperature highs. 0 in Washington. That's the warm spot.
This is a sleep with your socks on kind of night.
Well, this is a sleep with your socks on kind of day.
Day.
That's your afternoon high.
Your socks on day.
That's your nap day.
Please wear socks tomorrow, guys. Maybe 2 pairs. I wore 2 pairs today.
Really?
Yeah.
Today wasn't that. You've even admitted to me it wasn't that cold.
I got cold. You should feel my fingers right now, Joe.
They
are freezing. I have cold extremities.
That's why you have 3 blankets in your car.
That's why I have 3 blankets in the car, because I need them.
So 3 blankets tomorrow for your nap in the afternoon with socks on. Anywhere from 0 to about 8 below your afternoon high. And again, wind chills down about 20, 25 below.
Oh my goodness. Okay. We're going to be back here at 6:30 with Corey for another check on your weather, just to keep you guys updated on the latest. We got to get Joe out for the 6 o'clock. We've got a whole lot more coming up.
We do. Just stay safe. And again, practice what you need to practice as far as how to dress. If you need 2 pairs of socks, wear 2 pairs of socks. You need a hat, you need gloves, you need face covering if you're going to be out during those dangerous times.
Absolutely. Be safe.